sacrifices, nigga. You ain't gonna go through life and don't sacrifice shit, nigga. Sometimes it's gonna be time. Sometimes it's gonna be money. Sometimes it's gonna be life, nigga. Sacrifices, nigga. Shit. I say my name be in these niggas' mouth. I guess that mean I'm on my shit. These niggas rather see me dead than to be a father to my kid. My brother in the Fed pen, he knocking out that hard time. This shit I live be so real. Why you think I spit these hard rhymes? First hand I been broke. Why you think I know about hard times? I done watch the wop, smoke the dope, and snort the lines. The life of a dope boy. I don't move without that ratchet on me. Used to have that doggy barking in my yard until they snatched my homies. Now it's back to weighing up this hard. I'm really serving junkies, trying to chop.
It's lit.
Yo, what it do? It's time for that Coach for the Street podcast. Host, we back at y'all with another episode. Special guest, street culture, entertainment, CEO, Black Sean. We finna hop into this subject about this H-Town culture, man, and touch up on this Zero and Trace situation that's been going on for forever in the day.
First of all, excuse me, y'all. First of all, I want to thank y'all for having me on y'all platform, man. I appreciate it. It mean a lot to a nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? But
Sure.
like I've been saying, man, this shit been some. Man, I knew they're gonna come as soon as we started. I knew it, cuz.
Shit, do your thing. Shit.
Go ahead, go grab your shit, cuz.
All right, cuz. Hold on, y'all give me a second.
For those who don't know what we touching on, man, we got my nigga Black on the show, H-Town, Texas. Shit, we got building. It's time for that Coach for the Streets. You already know what we got to get into the trending topics. We stay on top of the topics. Today we talking about the 50 Cent Tycoon Fest or whatever you want to call it that he had in Houston. There was a lot of shit going on, and we knew this time was coming due to the turmoil between these group of people, which is family at the same time. So this is not a actual street beef. This is not a street war. This ain't a gang war. This is none of that. For those who don't understand what's really going on, this is really just a family feud.
Definitely. It's definitely a family feud. And the crazy thing about it, before we start digging in the crates about the situation, a lot of people that is Zero and Trae fans, man, we really wanted to see them boys drop a tape, man.
Make amends.
We really wanted to see them niggas drop some shit. Both of them niggas hard anyway, and they music didn't do nothing but mature over the years of them being apart.
And they can't be duplicated when they together. That's something you can't duplicate. Only they can put that together.
Them niggas like Batman and Robin, bro. Like straight up.
It's kind of fucked up that it took this long to understand why shit was like it was, because I've been an ABN fan since Gorilla Mob, when Gorilla Mob first dropped their first shit, and you know what I mean, was doing their thing as ABN. I've been fucking with Trae and Zero both as a whole. I always like both of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to see this go on, I always thought that these niggas parted ways and wasn't fucking with each other because of the shit when Tip went to Houston and got into it with Flip. You know, they said Zero had punched on Tip when jumped in and stole T.I. in the process of him and Flip fighting. So,
but
see that him and Zero went Trade the Truth and Zero went their own ways. I assumed that's what went on because he ended up going over there with Grand Hustle. So I figured, okay, he feels some type of way because Cuz went over here with Tip. So I
us out of towners that's not from Houston, of course, you know, we gonna hear all kind of different rumors and assumptions, but once you get it from the source, like real Houstonians, you feel me, that shit open your eyes like, damn, This shit deeper than what a nigga think. You see what I'm
is.
saying? Somebody actually caught a felony behind this.
Somebody got a felony for this?
Yes, it was a dirty soda bottle.
Damn. Oh, yeah. You talking about when they when Jay
When they
Time
got pulled over.
Yeah, okay. I thought you
Yeah.
were talking about with the actual incident.
No, what I'm saying is for us out of towners that didn't know, we didn't know that somebody actually caught a felony behind the dirty soda bottle. Cause like I told Black, I said, you know that gotta be a H-Town thing. I didn't know that you can actually catch a felony for having a.
Oh yeah, that's possession of controlled substance. That's just like a loud man catch you with some crumbs from a rock. You know them pit ass laws that give you a dope case. Same shit.
Yeah, right. Okay.
It's a little different up this way because you don't get caught with the lean bottle. They don't even search the pop. Less the pop, you got it in a Sprite bottle and the pop purple and you shit like that. Then they gon', you know what I'm saying? But if you got that shit mixed up in a red pop or blue pop, they don't check that shit unless they find a bottle in the car.
So you got to realize
down there, they checking all drinks.
You got to realize though, down here it's such a part of the culture and such a staple down here.
Yeah.
That, you know, they know as soon as they see a cup, nigga, as soon as they see a cup, like I remember when I was young, like 13, 14 years old, the big homies used to be out there with their cups, nigga. I remember police used to literally pull up and them niggas used to literally like be sipping and they'll literally just pour their drink out right there in front of the police. Like, you can't get me on this, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like type shit. Yeah, straight up. Cause they cut with proper cause.
Yeah.
But check it out. The way I look at the shit, it's really been in the making. It's really been in the making. It just came to a head. And I can't pinpoint my finger on a certain thing that started the beef because, believe it or not, Zero and Trae and Dougie D done had beef on and off with each other 2 or 3 different times and didn't squash it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can remember.
This is a family feud. This is not like our actual rap beef. This is just a family feud that ain't resolved itself because niggas ain't resolved it.
Exactly. And then on top of that, you know, I'm gonna say this. Zero and Trae stopped seeing eye to eye from what I remember. They stopped seeing eye to eye back, I say about 08, 09-ish, something like that. But they always patched it up or whatever, just good enough to keep it going.
Well, what would you say was the real cause? Because like I was just telling Pain, I assumed that them niggas wasn't fucking around when Tip went to Houston and him and Flip got into it. You know, Roe jumped in and swung on Tip. And then Trae went, like a couple years after that, Trae went to Grand Hustle. So I always assumed that's where they problems stem from. Like, nigga, I had a problem with him and you went over there with this nigga. And that wasn't it at all. That's
a piece of it. Me personally, I think that's a piece of it. But I think it was other shit going along with it. First of all, you got to look at the differences and you got to look at their differences. Trae is outgoing. He fucks with people. He's one of the few that left outside of Houston to go start trying to fuck with other people to get his name up there. You know what I'm saying? Back when ATL had the Snap movement, he would fuck with Young Jock and Made in the Hood, and you know what I'm saying? Made that song Throwaways with Young Jock and Gorilla Zoe and shit on his Life Goes On album. You know what I'm saying? He one of the first ones to reach out.
And that was a classic. Just exactly. Not to interrupt you, but that was a classic.
Yeah, you remember that album? Yeah, you already know that was his first national album. But then you got to look at Roe. Roe is the opposite, polar opposite. Don't want to fuck with nobody. Don't like being bothered. He's not gonna reach out. That nigga not gonna make no commercial, no bouncy songs. He ain't gonna try to get on the radio. He's cool with his underground status. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's one of those things that made him clash and made him not see eye to eye. Now, when Willie D and Scarface brought up that old shit about that drink case on their podcast, I remember I was at work. And I was on my forklift. And when I heard that nigga say that shit, I knew exactly who he was talking about. Like everybody that knew who he was talking about. He ain't had to say no name. I was like, damn, he was talking about J-Ton. Because J-Ton was like 18 years old when he caught that case. He was a young nigga. That was like his first time catching the case. And he went did it. He got sentenced to 2 years TDC, but he did 11 months. And everybody remember that shit. And I was like, oh shit, this is gonna open up a can of worms. and I be goddamn, that's exactly what it did. And I ain't gonna lie.
But that was at a time when J-Town was buzzing with the Wired Up and
but J-Town focused more on the business aspect, and plus, he fuck around in Caddy with that weed shit, you know what I'm saying, with them crops and shit, you know what I'm saying. So he really get it in with this shit. But I ain't gonna lie, as a fan, bro, as a fan of this shit, and as a nigga who really looked up to them niggas, bro, far as music wise, and they got a nigga do a lot of shit. That shit really kind of hurt, bro. That shit really kind of hurt to see that shit.
It really do.
Because these are legends. Like Painter even tell you before he even met me, when he was just my nigga on Facebook 6-7 years ago, I was telling him about Zero and Trae. And in return, he was telling me about Spody and your boy, I can't think it, Bankroll. You know what I'm saying? So shit, it just hurt as a Houstonian, because it's like we got a nigga from Atlanta said it today on Instagram. He say, bro, y'all got so much talent down there, so many cold ass niggas that people sleep on down there, bro. It's like y'all can't come up though, because there's so much internal beef, and that's one of the reasons right there.
Yeah.
Y'all see it right there, like
you know what I'm saying? The reason why Texas lost their reign when they had the source covered. When everybody was on the source, they had the game at the time. They could have did what Atlanta did, Cali did, New York did. It was they turned then. That was their time. But all that eternal shit fucked up all that, because Thug wasn't fucking with Roll. All these niggas was in with each other.
The thing is,
culture.
I want to say on Roll interview with Vlad, I want to say allegedly. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You got an interview with Vlad?
Yeah, it's about a year old now.
When he was saying he got shot in the face.
Yeah, he said he got shot in the face. But I believe that's fabricated, because there's nowhere in the world.
We would have heard Bro rap.
There's nowhere in the world. There's nowhere in the world he would have got shot in the face in Dallas, in a rival city, and don't nobody else know about it but him. I don't believe this shit, bro.
But and Bro, a storyteller, he would have talked about that in his
that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about, and then the way he answered the question when Vlad asked him, where did you get shot? It was like he hesitated. He was like, ain't no mark right there, ain't no ball spot, nothing.
Yeah, that shit, that was crazy. But the thing is, I think Vlad had insinuated, he was like, well, they were saying that you and Trae might end up doing a tape together in the future. And he wasn't talking down on, Trae when Vlad asked the question. So I was like, maybe us fans will get a chance to hear another tape out them niggas. But after what I seen last night, this morning, with that shit happened to Roll, man, I said, man, that shit dead.
But I ain't gonna even say it's dead, because you gotta think about it. These is the outcomes of what this is what happens when niggas don't deal with their issue. It happens out of control, and then you
gotta think about it, cuz look at the age Roll at. Roll a OG, man.
Yeah, Roll 45 years old.
Real talk.
Trae Trae our age.
He already got it in his head, like he don't want to fuck with nobody on the mic anyway. So for that shit to even happen,
you gotta understand, cuzzo, coming from where he coming from, man, Texas is bigger than any artist. Not one artist in Texas is Texas. It take all them niggas to make that. So get out your goddamn ego, nigga, and understand that, nigga, this is the reason why Texas lost their wave, is because niggas got these fucking ego problems, nigga. You gotta come about that shit. And that's the reason why this shit led to what it went, because the niggas walking around acting all snobby, don't want to deal with it, avoiding the situation. Then when niggas see each other, it's untalkable, because, nigga, it shouldn't have went this goddamn long. You just said a whole bunch of whole shit. Now niggas is offended about shit, so it went from we could talk this shit out, but I don't even want to talk to them. I just want to punch you. Like,
this shit ain't it ain't going. It's not gonna get. it's not gonna get talked out like that because niggas done called niggas the police and everything, man. You know, ain't no.
But I ain't gonna say it ain't gonna get talked out. Not when you got a nigga like Jay Prince still living in Houston.
And man, I bet you.
He can make both of them niggas sit down. I don't give a fuck how mad they is.
Hey, I bet you Uncle Chad is up there just shaking his goddamn head.
That's another nigga that could have made both of them niggas sit down. But since rest in peace, Pimp C.
Man, I bet you Uncle Chad.
It's gonna be left up to Prince, man. And we need Jay Prince to fix this because watching Trae the Truth and Zero get into it, knowing they family, only real fans even understand that they really family. But that shit, like Black said, that shit hurt a nigga more than we entertained by it because they a big part of Houston, nigga. You can't
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Without talking about them niggas.
That's what I'm saying. There's some people out there entertained and feeling like this rap beef and entertainment. But like for us in Houston, I haven't seen too many people in Houston making fun of the shit. We more hurt than anything. We more hurt than anything. We don't want to see our OGs. We don't want to see our OGs squabbling with each other, bro. That ain't.
These are not new generation Texas. These are descendants of SUC.
Let me tell you something. And I fuck with both sides. From what I'm seeing on IG, it's more people mad at J-Ton them than anything.
I would imagine that because if they jumped on him,
you see what I'm saying?
The situation out of control.
Yeah, they like even though it's family business, you feel me? Like that shit, that like you said, that shit could have got fixed. But what I can say, at least nobody got shot, nobody got killed.
These ones, they ain't go to gunplay.
Yeah, there ain't nobody. They still living, so the legends are still breathing. You dig what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
you can be mad at how it panned out, but you really can't because you got to think about it. He didn't just do something to J-Ton. He offended Trae the Truth too by the shit with him and J-Ton.
But
hold on. Because the niggas that's around them, he offended them too because they ABN and you like kind of like fuck ABN. So you offended everybody. So
and Zero helped start, and Zero is what helps. Zero is what helps popularize ABN because him and Trae was yelling. They first started screaming assholes.
They were the main niggas.
They were screaming assholes and slow, loud, and banging together back in 02, 03. They was yelling that shit together. It just Trae took the shit and trademarked it or whatever and took it, where it is. But they were yelling that shit together back in the day, bro. Listen to them old slab CDs and them old ABNs.
Yeah.
I can just see where that come from. It ain't no different from how the homies feel about him because he don't come around. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't just one nigga offended by it. It's a whole group of niggas. So it's the same thing with ABN. Nigga, you was over here with us. It's a loyalty thing with that. Then you broke off from us, so we offended by that. Then you so we offended by that. And he's been doing it for years, cuz. So just
one thing Trae gonna have to worry about. He gonna have to worry about a little backlash because he got a good reputation in the community, in our communities. We done all seen him everywhere. And now people gonna be kind of looking at him sideways, like, hey, even though you didn't put your hands on nobody, you was out there about to square up. You let you look. Like it's like you could have controlled it.
You can go against Trae because even in the footage.
No, the people in the comments was looking at Trae like that because he's a public figure. He's in the positive algorithm.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Like actors and shit. Fuck actors. Steve Harvey literally looked this man up and called him because he was like, "Damn, it's a rapper out here doing this. I gotta find out who this nigga is." Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Backlash for that.
So. But at the same time, we all human, dog. You ain't see them boys pull out no pistols. Like I said, even though that shit was lame, how that shit happened.
That shit hurt.
That shit, right. I know it hurt us fans. I know it hurt the Houstonians.
This shit hurt Houston culture because we just seen a lot of rappers beefing with each other. We never seen it come to nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just seen it dissolve and niggas get back to the money. And this shit really panned out into something else. And now it's so ugly. We looking at it like it's never gonna be ABN. Is Trae and is this family shit gonna ever come back? Is it gonna ever make amends? You see what I'm saying? And it's hard to even say yes or no.
And another thing I'm thinking about is both these niggas got gangs of soldiers that arrive for them. What the fuck is gonna happen in the streets? What about the crazy ass fans? You know, in Houston, you got a lot of niggas that don't even know Trae and they ABN affiliated because they know niggas in the clique and they'll still ride. Know what I'm saying? Same thing with Roe with One Deep and shit. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like in Houston, this shit can turn out to be a bad situation, bro. Because in Houston,
Yeah.
motherfuckers, you know, in Houston with us, it ain't just no rapper thing. Like niggas be knowing these niggas and knowing these people's circles and shit. So niggas be like, hey, what's up? Like, I'm just hoping
I
that shit
hope it don't come to that though. You know what I mean?
I hope it
and
don't.
I don't
man.
think it will because you gotta think of the niggas that we talking about. This ain't a little dirt YB type. These ain't them type of niggas. These is some humble niggas.
Yeah.
Gangsta's Trae, the truth is he a humble beast.
Yeah. True.
You see what I'm saying? He just ain't out there just on bullshit, but when the bullshit come, he gonna be on all the bullshit you thought you was bringing.
See, but I'm trying not to knock Trae though because I know he getting down for his little brother. That's his real blood brother. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
nigga
what I'm
gonna
saying.
ride.
So at the end of the day,
for his little brother. I just felt the situation could have been handled a little bit better because Zero dropped another video on TMZ. I don't know if you've seen it, but he dropped another video
explaining what happened.
Yeah, he's saying Trae told him, come take a walk with me right quick. And he's saying when he started walking, all of a sudden he felt hands and feet hitting him. I believe it.
But,
I believe it.
I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, he did say that because I watched that earlier.
Oh man,
I believe
he said that. But we gotta keep in mind too, cause
I seen ABN get down because they don't fight.
I'm not gonna say Trae orchestrated them to jump on him. What could have happened is he was bringing him over there. So okay, if this was gonna go on, you and J-Time get this shit out the way,
and them niggas start going in,
and we get this shit out the way and walk away. But niggas that was feeling a certain way just went and just jumped out there. That's how I feel like even J-Time, because he's so heated and it's been so long. Nigga, my cup's so full. Nigga, fuck what bro talking about here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, possible because I seen that.
Haywire.
Possible because I seen it happen.
There's no control over the situation.
Yeah, possible because I've seen it happen before.
I can see that happen. I don't see Trae saying come here and he know he got a group of niggas over here finna jump on his cousin. I don't see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that. I don't see Trae doing that. And that would hurt Trae so much for that to be a fact. That would hurt Trae. That would hurt his character. How people look at Trae.
And then me personally, I can't see J-Time by himself bottling up Zero the way it was when the camera started rolling.
I ain't gonna say that neither.
Because
one thing about a street nigga, you can always tell when a nigga ready to get busy.
Yeah.
Ro got up, he was stiff arming the police in front of him. He wasn't moving the nigga out his way. He was putting his hand on this nigga back, positioning him in front of him so he really didn't have to have this altercation. But I'm gonna make it look like I want to have. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, because the way he got up and posted, tried to get at J-Time, it just looked like J-Time finna beat him up, bro. His setup was just fucked up, and J-Time was ready to go, nigga. What you? Even when Trae and them stepped up, J-Time came out of nowhere. Hold on, nigga. What you want to do? Ho? Like he was ready.
Nah, but
Bro wasn't ready, bro. Bro wasn't ready, and this is my nigga, bro. Bro wasn't ready, man.
Me and Trae and the old boy post up with him, and they wasn't gonna get his man no fair one.
No.
We wasn't gonna get that nigga no one.
No, hell no. You know damn well they wasn't gonna give him no one.
Man, that nigga was sworn they would jump the shit out that man.
J-Time would have fought him himself.
But ABN on game time, they gonna jump your ass.
That's what I'm saying. I done seen it, man. I remember back in the day, it's like 08, 09. It was a drunk nigga. We was at a bar called Sticks. Everybody used to go out of Lokes used to go to. And Trae was up there with them ABN niggas was about 20 or 30 deep. And there was a drunk Mexican that kept asking Trae for an autograph. And he was bothering him, but he wasn't harming. You know what I'm saying? You can tell the Mexican wasn't no harm, bro.
On that type of time right now.
He wasn't no harm. And Trae had all them niggas beat that man up, bro. They beat that man so bad, skin was hanging off his forehead, bro.
Damn.
Yo, man, I'm like, man, they
can't take all that. They said when Trae be moving over, you know, I'm talking about back then Trae. I'm talking about fresh off of ABN with Zero Trae.
Yeah.
They said nigga when that nigga was moving around state to state, nigga, he had 300 ABN niggas with him.
Yeah, he did. He
You gotta think Trae got cousins and family in the blood card. He got family in the Hoover card. He got family in the the GD card. He got that's just affiliated around the board. So they bringing the sets with him.
Yep.
So he think at all that's why he really never had no real confrontations.
Yeah, true. Except for he had one with a nigga named T-Ray out of Austin, little bullshit nigga, and then that little Mike Jones shit he had when he broke Mike Jones' nose.
Yeah, that was it. But
niggas ain't really want
for I'm already knowing Ro finna go to the booth if he ain't already been in the booth.
That nigga probably the art, man. That's fuel.
Yeah,
that's fuel.
This is my opinion though.
Yes.
For this being some family shit, this ain't the diss song situation though. You know what I mean?
But
this
zero ain't one of them. That's the he's stubborn, cuz. So I'm already.
But knowing him, he probably ain't gonna make no straight up diss song.
No.
He gonna speak on it though.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like he gonna speak on, how the vibe was and how shit just went crazy. I ain't saying like he gonna go in as far as like I'ma ride on you and whoop the whoop. No, every rapper speak on their situations. Even Young Dog rapped about when he got shot at.
Because in this situation, I don't feel like he should do that. Because at the end of the day, this whole situation is really his fault. Because when that shit first happened, y'all family, you got to deal with this shit. Deal with this shit. Instead of
they ain't been around each other. They ain't been around each other in so many years. You know how old these niggas
not though, cuz? Because Zero ran. I bet you Trey the Truth with a nigga if you'd called him and be like, cuz, I want to, you know what I mean? I'm about to pull up on your man so we can talk. Cuz would have been with all of that. They could have been dealt with this shit a decade ago is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm saying that it probably would have went that way.
Talk about it for what? When you wrong for it.
It probably would have went that way, but when J-Ton addressed it and he said he caught a felony behind that shit, and he was speaking on
real nigga and get this shit settled instead of taking all this time to deal with it.
The thing is, my nigga, they sparked the flame back up in the interview. Well, on the Ghetto Boy, the Ghetto Boy interview, that sparked it up when he brought up the case when he was trying to speak.
Answer this question though, Cuzzo. So what do you think made it worse during that interview? The fact that he was talking about it, or the fact that he was telling Willie D?
The point of even talking about it.
Because check this out. Us Houstonians, like I say, we knew who the fuck he was talking about when he was telling the shit. We knew who the fuck he was talking about. And I really ain't think that it was gonna affect J-Ton like that until the next day. Everybody jumped in my inbox on Facebook and was like, "Man, what's up with J-Ton and Zero?" And I'm like,
wouldn't think it was gonna affect him when you, nigga. We average niggas. Right now, if a nigga get on the internet that got a popping platform and he say anything about us, and that nigga gets 750,000 views on it in a couple hours, we pissed off. We want to shoot the nigga a little bit of everything. Don't even know the nigga.
Hey, we fighting.
The thing is, Ro told his side of the story.
J-Ton ain't get to tell it here.
J-Ton ain't get a chance to. He didn't tell here, so he felt like
he never speak up on it because he wasn't worried about
it. Wouldn't have more numbers than Zero because he's the bigger celebrity.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. It's just the point. That story was never in the algorithm at all.
It wasn't, and it could have been.
It was just in the circles. It was just in the circles.
Streets. Yeah, it was in that shit was in the trenches. That shit was
the type of shit. Hey, that's the type of shit. That's the type of shit.
Because this can't go unwarranted.
Look, that's the type of shit.
On the fact that he kept the business in house, man.
Look, that's the type of shit. That's the type of shit that ain't nobody know about. That's the type of shit like I'd have been sitting there late night telling Pain about or something while we sitting late night smoking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's some whole shit.
Mm-hmm.
And in the same token, we got to talk about R&B Pleasure P. Now this is the Zero Trader shit is a shocker to me because these are two of my favorite artists. But the Pleasure P shit happening, cuz it just threw me the weight of, because what kind of situation did you get in with Tony Yayo and them for you to be? You had to be drunk, bro, to think you was on Thug Time.
Of course, you got to think about it. Anywhere where them celebrities at, cuz these niggas out they body.
Man, we talking about a R&B singer versus a whole bunch of shooters.
I did what you said, but you already know what
Island ass niggas.
Man, when a nigga on that alcohol, man, he don't give a damn if you Andre the Giant.
Hey, I wonder what even made that nigga think that he can even come in the vicinity of real gangsters and think he can do something.
That's the thing.
I'm saying, Black.
When a nigga got a sober mind state, of course he ain't going that way.
Who's to say he actually did anything? Who's to say?
You right? It's just alleged. Everything is
be on bully time. Like, nigga, you a bitch, nigga. What, nigga? And the nigga probably I ain't no bitch, and he packed it.
I have to see the footage in order to really understand.
I don't think it's no footage.
I can't freestyle and shit if I ain't seen
it. Up, bro.
But it's just crazy. It's just crazy though. What did you do, Pleasure P? You was an R&B singer that's claimed that you got molested. They claims you got molested. A little soft ass little boy. What happened for you to get papped up by some gangster, my niggas? Like, what happened, bro? I just want to know what happened. Did they just bully you? Were they just being bullies, or did you do some shit?
But check this out, Black. When I seen 50 was gonna host this dog on Everything I Love, cuz I said, boy, the gangsters finna come out. It's finna be some shit.
Coming out for sure.
I said, somebody ass finna get punched on my soul. I said it.
Because 50 living in Houston now. That whole event really is to show love.
No, I said,
a lot of my niggas went to that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'd have knew like a month ahead of time, because I ain't know about 50 a week ahead of time. But if I'd have knew about a month,
politics neither though.
I would have been there. I would have knew about that shit a month ahead of time. I would have been up there seeing everything, nigga. I ain't catching. When
I seen how that shit was being promoted, I said, boy, somebody ass gonna get it tonight. And then when I fuck around and see some shit that I didn't want to see, I ain't want to see that shit happen like that between them, bro. I ain't want to see that. Like you said, Uncle Pimp is rolling in this casket, goddamn cussing them niggas ass out behind that shit, boy.
Not only that, like I said, cause these niggas
screw too.
Niggas descendants of the SUC family.
Right, screw.
So, you know, y'all represent them too. And this is a bunch of grown, polished, older rap niggas. So it's like they feel a way too.
Yeah.
Even more than we do, because they come from, nigga, the world wouldn't really know y'all like that if we didn't put y'all in a position to start. You see what I'm saying? So y'all like our little bro. So it's like, to see y'all going through that, we can't pick no sides. But at the same time, we feel a ways about this shit because y'all represent a stamp that we carry with pride. You know what I'm saying? Like, as you see, that's something you just don't see in the media. Niggas is physically getting in the shit.
No, you don't see that. You only hear about
this ain't New York. This
how stiff they is.
Nigga, Texas.
You only hear how stiff they is in the streets, bro. That's it. You know what I mean? They don't rock like that.
It's just
now niggas stay out the way for the most part.
Yeah, they don't rock like that.
They do. Yeah. But we see this shit everywhere. But like I said, Texas got a different type of environment. It ain't all about the beefing all the time. It's about the making sure you got swangers and candy paint and nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's more about the Texas ways, man.
It's about our culture more than anything.
Yeah, the culture overrides the anything because niggas still coming down
to
candy paint.
And this is as a sincere Texas fan of all the Texas niggas. This is similar. This shit right here, to me, is like what I would hate to see if Bun B and Pimp C had got into it. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Because these are mature legends from Texas, dog. You feel me? You don't get no more H-Town than them two.
That's why I couldn't even like blog about the shit, because I was like, man,
that shit like a black eye.
Yeah, like, I couldn't even do it because like how was I got love.
That shit hurt.
I'm gonna talk about this shit
in
a blog fashion.
Yeah,
I just couldn't.
Like this ain't no new school rapper got, you know, that this shit happened to, man. These two people that are part of the South history.
It's like early when I made my video, man. It's like I felt this shit in my bones when I said, man, that shit hurt. It's like when I said this shit, it's like I feel this shit go through my bones. You
definitely gonna feel it, cause you was a part of all of the vibes when that shit first started, far as from the gate with the music scene. You feel me? Before the popularity.
This ain't a new issue. It's an old issue.
Yeah.
Think about how long this went on.
Man,
no rappers took the media to pick no sides about this shit ever the entire time.
They didn't know how serious that shit was.
That's how much you know niggas respect both of them and understand the situation enough to stay about that shit. That's why I feel like this whole us talking about this shit was important too, because a lot of niggas doing this shit and it's throwing toxic vibes into the situation. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these bloggers that's talking about this shit and doing videos on this situation, they doing it for the benefit of seeing a channel grow. Nigga, they probably not even real fans of the actual two people. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I really love this shit,
because it's a real issue and we understand the intensity of it, but we also want to see this shit resolved though, because we understand that this is a family thing. This is like brothers fighting brothers. You see what I'm saying?
Because I really love this shit.
Real talk.
And we don't want to see, and they got enough influence in Texas for this, just like Jeezy and Gucci, that trend turned into a trend in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We don't want to see that shit. They got a big enough influence. Both of them do, for that to be a thing, turn into a thing in Texas. And Texas already lit without niggas doing all of that.
Yeah.
OG Percy, all four of his sons, all of them locked up. PMG guy got 20 years. One of his sons got 99. One of them got 44. Nigga, like all of his sons basically finna die in jail.
Real talk.
So Texas already lit. We don't need the celebrities to be indulging in the shit in the street.
Change the algorithm, man. Change that shit.
Blogger niggas
man.
Using them as a topic to get more followers and talk about shit that's inaccurate as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And make the situation wrong, because these niggas could see some of these blogs and that shit could spice the whole situation up because of dumb shit you niggas is saying. Yeah. Don't forget these niggas is family first, nigga. These is not two ops.
Right. Well, this all we got for y'all on this Time for That Culture for the Street podcast. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to my nigga Black for goddamn coming on the show, Street Culture Entertainment. Y'all follow his channel, man. You feel me?
And it's Time for That Culture for the Streets, hosted by Mafia and Paint. Ding the notification bell, hit the like button, share the video, make sure to subscribe. Don't leave about the trap till you've been served, and we serving niggas every day.
Fucking intro? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Come and dine, bitches, been a while, take a bitch. Been shooting no movies, nigga, wizard, then a fish. Crying about them hoes, I been fucked. Grab some tears, and dine on a real nigga, get your ears. Yeah, fuck you mean. You know I've been running this shit for a minute. You niggas been stealing my style and biting my eyes. You niggas pretend. What the fuck you mean? You know I've been running this shit for a minute. You niggas been biting my style and stealing my eyes. You niggas pretend. You know you're flying round town, coming down, get my dick sucked, flying round